Standards are so important when building beverages behind the Ruby Tuesday bar. We offer such high-quality ingredients at an incredible value to our guests, but only when standards are put in place are our beverages as good as they can be. Who's responsible for this? You are. We're going to walk through some Ruby Tuesday bar standards and techniques today. We'll talk about how to do these things, why they're so important, and give you a few hints. You're going to learn a ton over the next few days, but it makes sense to start with the knowledge piece. The beverage manual is a wealth of knowledge for the Ruby Tuesday bartender. It shows you every piece of glassware you'll use, every garnish, how to prepare it, and it contains a recipe for every beverage we serve. Do we expect you to know every beverage in the entire manual? No way, that would be a ton of drinks. But we do expect that you know all of your signature beverages from memory. So how do you learn them? Well, the first thing you have to be comfortable with is reading and understanding the recipe card for any beverage you'll make behind the bar. So often, bartenders tend to focus on the ingredients and amounts of what goes into the beverage. Are those important? Well, of course they are. But what's also important on this recipe card is the entire top section, where it tells you the technique you'll use when building the beverage and what garnish and glassware. When learning your beverages, it's important to focus on the entire card, start to finish, not just ingredients and ounces. Before we begin on beverages, let's ensure that you have all the tools you need to make sure that your bar is set up. Bar mat. All your beverages should be built over the service well or over a bar mat when the service well isn't available. Mixing tin. The mixing tin is where you will build most all of your beverages. The stackable glass. This is what you will use to shake any beverage that requires it. Strainer. The utensil that you place over the mixing tin when you're straining a beverage. Jigger. This is the measuring device used to measure all liquor and non-alcoholic ingredients that go into our beverages. We have more than one jigger size. Rimmer tray. The rimmer tray should be equipped with lime juice, salt, and sugar. There are some standards that apply when every beverage is made behind our bar. 3-point touch. Every time you pick up a jigger behind the bar, you should have 3 points of contact: the top, the center, and the bottom. The 3-point touch gives you complete control of the jigger as you're pouring. Control of the bottle. Hold all bottles or storm pours with the same grip. Grasp it around the neck with the pointer finger over the top and to the right of the pour spout. Shaking of juices. Any product that can settle when it sits should be shaken. We always want to make sure the contents are even throughout. Pouring and creating the bubble. Creating a bubble means to fill the jigger to the point where you create a dome at the top of the jigger with the liquid. But this can cause spillage. Pour over the bar mat to the side of the tin or glass you're building the beverage in. If that spillage falls into the drink, it will affect the flavor of the beverage. Shaking. Beverages needing to be shaken are always built in the mixing tin. We use the stackable glass because it's tall enough to allow all the ingredients to incorporate when shaking. For mixed drinks, we use 10 shakes, and for martinis, we use 20 to ensure there are plenty of ice shards throughout the finished product. Order of build. The recipes are built in order from least expensive ingredients to the most expensive. This way, you never run the risk of throwing away the most expensive part of the beverage if you have to stop halfway through. These techniques are specific to different signature beverages we serve. Fill. When building a drink, fill the glass you will serve the guest with ice. Then, pour the ingredients directly into the glass over the ice. If a mix is used, fill to a 1/2 inch from the top and add ice as needed. Blend or shake as required by the recipe. Float. Slowly pour the liquor or liqueur evenly on top of the drink after it is made. This creates a thin, distinct layer on top of the drink. Top. Some drinks are topped with a non-alcoholic mix. When topping off a drink, make sure the liquid is 1/2 inch from the top when you're finished. Unlike the float, there is not a distinct layering on top of the drink. Tumble. Mix ingredients in the glass or mixing tin and pour the contents from one mixing tin into the other mixing tin. Muddle. A muddler is a 2-sided, finely finished wooden tool used to smash or muddle ingredients like fruits and sugars. It extracts the juices and crushes solids. Put ingredients into the mixing tin, and don't add ice or liquid yet. Use the flat end of the muddler because the mixing tin has a flat bottom, and press it into the ingredients while twisting the muddler back and forth. Rinse the muddler immediately after use and return it to its proper place behind the bar. Glass rimmer. The rimmer tray consists of 3 self-contained circular swing trays. Lime juice is placed in one tray. In the other tray is coarse salt, and the last is for superfine sugar. Using the rimmer guarantees quick and consistent rims of salt or sugar are easily applied to any of the cocktail glasses. When using the rimmer, roll the glass at an angle upside down in the liquid tray. Then immediately roll the outside of the rim in the salt or sugar, which will leave a thin layer of granules on just the outside of the glass, ensuring correct flavor profile. If you get salt or sugar on the inside of the glass, simply take a straw and use that to remove it. Shake and strain. This technique is used for drinks served up, like martinis, and for others that are strained over fresh ice. It can also be used to impress guests. Pour the ingredients into the mixing tin in the order listed in the recipe. Place an inverted stackable glass on top of the mixing tin and begin to shake. Depending on the recipe, cocktails should be shaken either 10 or 20 times. A proper shake should take the mixing tin back above the shoulder. Cap the tin with a strainer. Strain the drink from the mixing tin into the chilled glass on the pouring mat, or take the chilled glass to the guest and pour the drink in front of them. Rinse the tin, mixing glass, and strainer immediately, then return them to their proper place at the station. Shake and pour. This technique is used mainly for margaritas and our signature mixed drinks. Pour the ingredients into the mixing tin in the order listed in the recipe. Place an inverted stackable glass on top of the mixing tin and begin to shake. Depending on the recipe, cocktails should be shaken 10 times. A proper shake should take the mixing tin back above the shoulder. Remove the inverted stackable and pour the contents of the mixing tin into the glass that you're going to serve the beverage in. Rinse the tin and stackable glass immediately and return them to their proper place at the station. So these basic standards and techniques should get you started. You'll learn all your individual recipes for each signature drink over the next few days. Stay focused because learning your drink recipes is important if you want to be fast behind the bar. Oh, and don't forget to have some fun.